Sunday's protest and vigil outside the Police Memorial Building in downtown Jacksonville was peaceful. There were some stirring moments as Charles Faggert's mother and the mother of their child also spoke. Now a week since he was hospitalized with a serious head injury and ultimately died following the injuries that he sustained inside the Duval County Jail. A week later, and a lot of unanswered questions still, as Sheriff T.K. Waters and the FBI have said very little about the ongoing investigation or the 9 corrections officers, 1 sergeant, who are off the job. Their names have not been publicly released as of this recording. The information on the injuries that ultimately put Faggert in the hospital with catastrophic injuries still undisclosed, though there has been some reporting as recently as Friday. If you missed the story, head to WOKV.com under local news. As the new week is getting underway, we're continuing to press JSO for answers to the ongoing and lingering questions a week later. There are calls for Jacksonville City Council to fund improvements to the Duval County pretrial detention facility and more. We'll be following all of these storylines as we move through this week. Baker County detectives have a pretty significant shooting investigation on their hands as a man is hospitalized with serious injuries following a Sunday afternoon shooting that happened, and a fugitive is now behind bars. What we know so far about the charges updated throughout Jacksonville's morning news. In the closing weeks of the Florida legislative session, the House and Senate are way apart on their spending and tax plan. We're continuing to follow that storyline. Action News Jack's Jake Stofan has been reporting out daily updates from the legislative session. And if you watched any of the Masters Sunday at Augusta, it was hard to look away. You almost had to put your hands over your eyes, given that it was difficult to see some of the poor hits that both Bryson DeChambeau and then ultimately Rory McIlroy had. Rory with 2 double bogeys, 4 for his total tournament, which has never happened to have someone then win the Masters, as he went to one sudden death playoff at the 18th as he and Justin Rose were tied for the lead after the full 72 holes. But Rory finally winning his career Grand Slam and finally getting that green jacket that had long eluded him. Emotional as he broke down on the 18th green, fell to his knees and sobbed, and then was still emotional in talking about it hours after his win. Now a Masters champion as well as a 2-time Players champion. These and other stories updated throughout Jacksonville's morning news on 104.5 FM and streaming on all devices.